We all know our dogs and feel like we know them as we know the rest of our families. But did you know that there are things you probably didn't know about your furry friends? Here are 15 fun facts about doggos. Number 1. Left paw, right paw. As everyone knows, humans can be right or left-handed, with a majority being right-handed. But what is less known is that the dogs also have a preferred paw. A few studies have looked into this, and it turns out that the dogs often lean to using one paw more than the other. Next time you play with your dog, try to give them a toy or a bone and see which paw they use the most. But although we humans mostly are right-handed, dogs seem to be pretty 50-50 about left or right paw. Number 2. No shame in dogs. Yeah, you heard it. We've all seen how our dogs look when you catch them doing something they're not supposed to do, and seen their adorable eyes when they try to admit the guilt. But it turns out that they don't feel guilt at all, according to studies. The puppy eyes that they present to you when telling them how to behave, and in fact, the puppy eyes that they present for you when telling them how to behave, are in fact the dogs reacting to being scolded. Yeah, I know. I'm having trouble believing it myself, but it's all shown in the studies. Alexandra Horowitz also found out that all dogs looked guilty when being told off for eating what they shouldn't do. But those who were wrongly accused even looked more guilty than those who actually did something. Number 3. Dogs see things we don't. Yeah, dogs can in fact see some specters of the UV light, which we don't. We don't know how much they see of the UV spectre yet, but it is an interesting thing to think about, that your dog can see things that you can't. Maybe that's why your dog is constantly barking at that tree. Number 4. Paw prints are actually just like our fingerprints, and so are their nose prints. They both have ridges and creases just like our fingers, and can therefore, in theory, be used to identify dogs. Pretty cool. 5. Dogs can fall in love. Yeah, it's true. Dogs have been shown to be able to fall in love just like us by measuring love hormones in their brains. But of course, no one actually have to tell us this, as we all see it in their eyes every day when we get home. Fact number 6. We've all seen it. Dogs and owners who look suspiciously much alike. And it's not just random. Some psychologists believe that we match the dogs we get with their own looks and personality just in the same way as we tend to do when finding mates. 7. So you thought that poodles' hairstyles are just for show? Well, they might be nowadays, but they started out with a useful purpose. Poodles are originally water dogs, and they were styled in a certain way to enhance their swimming, by having a bare belly to make them more buoyant. Number 8. A Day in the Life by the Beatles have an own frequency for dogs. Yeah, that's true. Paul McCartney himself said in an interview in 2013 that he added a frequency to the end of the song. So next time you listen to the song, watch how your dogs behave at the end of the song. Number 9. The tallest dog in the world. The tallest dog ever recorded are an insanely 44 inches high. That's 111 centimeters. I mean, at that point, it's gotta be more horse than dog. Just look at that. Number 10. There's a lot of dog breeds that dates back many centuries. The Norwegian Buhund, for an example, is called a Viking dog since it's practically unchanged since the Vikings roamed the seas with them. But the oldest known breed is the Saluki, dating back to 329 BC, when it was kept by the Egyptian royalties. Some also says that they date back way longer than that, all the way to 7000 BC, and that's after the findings of some carvings of dogs that look suspiciously much alike the Saluki. That's a long time. Number 11. So, we talked about the tallest dog, but the overall biggest dog ever were a Mastiff, weighing in at 343 pounds. That's 155 kilograms. And over 8 feet tall, or 243 centimeters, when standing on its hind legs. That dog is a beast. And the dog was described as being the size of a small donkey. I mean, yeah. Number 12. From biggest to smallest. The smallest dog ever is Miracle Millie, a Chihuahua, not surprisingly. weighing 1 pound and measuring 3.8 inches. That's pretty small. That means that you would need more than 300 of millis for just one of the large mastiff. Think about that for a second. 13. Who said dogs weren't smart? Stray dogs in Russia have learned to use the subway system, so next time you struggle to find a way underground, just think a little about the fact that even dogs can figure it out. The dogs have even learned the difference between different stops. That's impressive. 14. The oldest dog ever were Bluey, an Australian kettle dog, reaching the good old age of 29. That's got to be upwards of 200 years in dog years. Quite an age. And lastly, number 15. The dog that became a mayor. Mayor Max became mayor of Idlewild in California back in 2012. Unfortunately, he died just a year later, but the town sold it by electing Major Max number 2 into office as his successor. And if the rumors are true, Major Max 2 still rules in Idlewild. And if you want to check it out, he even has his own YouTube channel. I've put a link down in the description for you. So, that's all the facts. Thank you so much for watching to the end. And remember to like and subscribe for more content in the future. And if you have any wishes for what to cover, write it down in the comments and I'll make sure to get back to you. Thank you. Until next time. Goodbye.